Man, what is happening to Nexus mods? I used to use Nexus mods all the time. Back in like 2016, 2018, 2019, you know? It's like COVID just destroyed everything. COVID made everything weird. It's like ever since COVID, everything's been weird, and the things that I used to like, I just don't like anymore because they've become ruined. This weird woke mind virus, it was like COVID wasn't really the virus. It was a cover for the woke mind virus. But apparently, Nexus mods got sold off. Didn't see that coming. Totally didn't call that in my last Nexus mods video. That it was just gonna eventually get sold because it's not worth it.
What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And it is insane how many times over the past few years we have seen Nexus mods make a decision to intentionally prop up and protect.
It's insane how many times we're fucking right. It's insane how many times we're like, hey, this DEI stuff, it's gonna destroy everything. Don't do it. And look where we are. It's destroying everything. And honestly, you know, I'm here for it.
Progressive politics in games, and we always get the same response from the people defending them.
It's a fictional product. It doesn't matter.
It's no big deal, they say. Nexus mods aren't trying to propagandize gamers. Meanwhile, we see shit like this all the time. In Spider-Man 2, when someone changed a pride flag into the American flag, that user got banned on Nexus for doing so. They removed the mod, which changed Angrboda from God of War Ragnarok into a white chick. However, if you visit the site right now, you will see that the mod which changes Geralt from a white guy into a black guy on Witcher 3, that is still considered perfectly okay. The mods for that are on the site right now.
Fucking of course it is. Of course it is. Like, every time. The double standards are insane.
This is blatant favoritism of one worldview over another, and a shitload of gamers are pretty damn sick of this site for this reason.
Yep, I've been looking for other sites to download mods. I don't use Nexus mods for anything. I don't even really mod games anymore. Usually when I do, I just go straight to Steam.
Hope you die, you sack of shit. I hope you die, and I hope you float down the gutter so I can fucking piss on you.
Well, it looks like there is going to be a bit of a shakeup over there at Nexus. They aren't going to just keel over and fade away as many of us would like, but it looks as though someone is buying up the site. Dark One, the person who made this site and who built the culture there, is going away, and I'm personally not sad to see the dude go at all.
Now get the hell out of here.
But unfortunately, if you read this post here from Dark One,
I think if anything bad happens to Nexus mods, it's going to be incredibly good for the modding scene, because that means that an actual good mod manager or a mod site is going to take its place. Because people aren't just going to not mod stuff, they're just going to go somewhere else. They're going to go to the better place.
explaining the decision to sell the company, you can see that the likelihood that things are going to change for the better, that Nexus mods will back the hell off and stop preventing people from playing games how they see fit.
Oh no, they're gonna double down, and I hope they do. I hope it gets worse. I hope it gets so much worse.
Those chances are pretty slim. In fact, it seems more likely that the site will get worse now. A lot of
Let's go! Yes! I'd love to watch it crumble.
people are expecting a subscription service to be tacked on to the site now. At the very least, gamers will be stuck looking at this company and still thinking,
You're a degenerate.
Oh yeah, subscribe, Dr. Disaster.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to follow me over on Rumble, where I've started uploading some content as well. Also, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. I'm working on a space pirate cartoon, which channel members will have first access to.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Probably not gonna become a member, but I'm definitely gonna check that out.
We can't just complain about the state of our culture, we have to create alternatives. So, if you want to support that sort of thing, consider a channel membership for as little as $5 per month. In any event, let's look at what is going on with the switch up at Nexus Mods. I know a lot of people are fearing that Nexus is going to a monthly subscription service now with the new ownership, and as for me, I'm kinda like, what?
No shot that they're even putting a battle pass on your mods. Fucking, let's go. Why not? Let's start getting paid mods in there. Microtransactions in the mods. Let's go. Might as well put loot boxes in there. Like, hey, you want a whole bunch of random mods just installed? Pay $5 a month. And we'll drop a whole bunch of mods in your game. That would actually be kind of cool, actually. No, get that out of your head.
Whatever. I don't use Nexus Mods any more than I have to these days because I can't stand the company. And if they were going to go to a subscription service, I think that would hasten their demise. So I say, bring it on.
Yeah, let's go. We're all cheering it on. Like, we used to hate all this stuff, and now we're just like, you know what? Keep doing what you're doing. We just won't use your product. Let's see how many people are going to be using your product if you keep going down this path. And the more people get on board to make fun of stuff like this, the more normal people aren't going to be involved and they're going to pull away because they don't want to be made fun of. People would rather be hated than made fun of.
They should absolutely go to a monetization model like that. To be clear, I would feel bad for all the decent people out there who just want to use the site in order to have some mods for their games, but
let's flood their comments and replies on social media with, yes, do this, make a subscription model, let's go.
there are alternatives like DEG Mods, which is still in development, but which I'm hopeful will take a chunk out of Nexus's hide when they come out. But let's look at what Dark One had to say about ownership changing at Nexus. After almost 24 years of running Nexus Mods, the time has come for me to step back from the day-to-day management of the site. This isn't a decision I've made lightly, far from it, but one I think is in both my and the community's best interests. I started this project back in 2001 in my bedroom with a little modem and excitement for the upcoming release of Morrowind, and with no grand ambitions or intentions. I didn't set out to build a business. I just wanted to make a place where modders could share their work without worrying it would vanish into the internet either the next time a fan site went offline or a publisher decided they were done with it. Well, you failed miserably, dude.
Yeah, that was like an admirable goal to seek. But you failed. You failed miserably. Because your original goal was to keep mods from just disappearing. And then you were actually disappearing mods. Like, give me a fucking break.
Because for the last several years, that is exactly what modders were fearful of on Nexus. Anyone who didn't toe the progressive messaging line was concerned that their mods would get zapped off the site. So spare me this shit where you try to claim that everything you did was for the gamers. You aren't Gabe Newell, you're a jackass. But reading on, that idea grew legs, sprouted arms, and turned into Nexus Mods. Since then, this site has been my entire adult life. Every single day for over 2 decades, I've been on call. Whether it was fixing issues, reading feedback, pushing updates, or getting pulled into the latest bit of community drama, it's been rewarding, sometimes chaotic, often exhausting and always personal. Somewhere along the way, I forgot to step back and breathe or sleep properly, the dilemma of running a major social network that does not rest.
Yeah, you made yourself go insane. You drove yourself insane. And you stayed online too much. And you bought into politics too much. And the modern culture.
The strain of being responsible for the behemoth I created has taken its toll. The stress of the job has been a regular source of anxiety and stress-related health issues. I realized that I have been burning out, and this started to have an impact on my staff and Nexus Mods as a whole.
You don't say. At least he's admitting that he went insane. Probably not going to admit what he went insane about, just admitting that he generally went insane. Sure, I'll take it. Not good enough, though. I hope your site crashes and burns.
So, I firmly believe that the best thing for the future of Nexus Mods is for me to step aside and bring in new leadership to steer the business forward with renewed energy to make Nexus Mods the modding community we all truly deserve. One of the biggest reasons I've been doing this for so long is that I've never felt that I truly found someone who really gets the modding community the way I do.
Well, you lost the plot. You completely lost the plot somewhere. Probably around 2020, 2021. What happened? What happened there that made everybody go insane?
Finding a new owner who would be able to understand and respect the myriad intricacies of both Nexus Mods as a business and the wider modding community was essential. After months of meetings, face-to-face talks, and a whole lot of soul-searching, I am thrilled to say that I truly believe I have found the exact right people for the task.
Did a whole lot of soul-searching? I bet they found out that, oh shit, I don't have a soul.
Well, my dude, there's nothing you could say that would be more damning than that about the incoming people who are taking over the site. If they get modders the way that you do, then they are clueless. And
yeah, it's just gonna get more corporate, is what's gonna happen. Yeah, no way. Let's get it. They're gonna fall apart. They're gonna crumble.
It also sounds an awful lot.
But if they don't, that's gonna be good. I think either way, it's good for the modding community, the gaming community as a whole. If Nexus Mods turns around and is actually better, or if it completely fails, both are good. Either way, I'll take it.
Like Dark One is going to still have a bit of sway over the company yet. Reading on, it says, so yes, the ownership of Nexus Mods has changed hands, but I want to be clear, this isn't some corporate exit or a backroom deal. This is me doing something I probably should have done years ago, taking care of myself, reclaiming some headspace, and finally letting go of the idea that I have to do everything and be responsible for everything myself. Yeah, that really makes it sound like the dude will still be working in some kind of advisory capacity at the company. He likely still owns a massive chunk of the company. I really hope that Nexus loses its value, though, as more competition comes into the marketplace. As far as I'm concerned, this has been one of the more transparently biased companies in the industry, and I'd love to see them go bye-bye. A lot of people are afraid that a monthly subscription is going to be added to Nexus.
I'm not afraid. I hope they do it. I hope they completely lock the site down and you have to pay a monthly subscription to access any of the mods. That'd be amazing.
And new ownership does often bring new modes of existence to companies like this. So, we will see. It certainly wouldn't surprise me if the new ownership is even half as silly as the previous. Then this is definitely possible. And you've got to think that new owners are doing it because they want to make money. So, we will see what happens. We will see if they are foolish enough to believe that a subscription service is in fact the way to go forward for this company. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your contempt for Nexus Mods into the comment section below.
Man, 2025, it's going so hard. Like, everything flipped whenever Donald Trump got in there. Funny how that happened. Like, funny how we called it, too. That everything was just going to start changing, all of this DEI stuff being propped up by the government. It's just going to all start falling apart. Going to start getting defunded. And it's just funny how it all is just circling the drain. Once you pull the funding. Once Democrats aren't in the position of power, in the seat of power of the presidency. Crazy how that happens.